Hello guys, Almost Addicted here and welcome to Build School. Today we are working on trees. We're going to make this fern tree a custom tree. It's original. Yeah, let's do this. Right, so we start off with our spruce wood. It can be any wood. You can use whatever wood you like, but I'm going to use the spruce. We'll count out 10. It's not going to be exact. This is teaching you guys the techniques behind using it. So we count 1, 2, 3. The techniques behind developing a tree like this. So we start off with a base like this, and basically what we're going to do is just do it at a normal base that seems like, oh, this bush goes here, this bush goes here, as you can see, and you're following along. So it's 2 out now, and then it's just going to get messy, and then that's the technique behind actually developing original trees every single time. So now we count out 1, 1, 2, 3. We count out 1, 2, and then go 1 diagonal down. I've done 3 for some reason. We go diagonal down like that. So we're kind of developing the shape of the fern tree. Is it a fern tree? I don't know. But it still looks good though, you know? Build school! Right, so, I don't even know what I'm on about anymore. I've drank too much tea this morning. Right, so 2 out, and then we do 1 underneath and 1 out. So as you can see, we've kind of developed that fern sort of look. This is going to be the skeleton of the tree. Then it's going to get real messy. Then it's up to you guys to use your creative flair to build your own and design your own trees. Every single time I can guarantee your tree's going to come out different doing it in this way, but you're going to come out with the original trees that you're going to be quite happy with. So now we're going to put lines down here. So we're just bulking up the skeleton. The skeleton's obviously going to be up to here, just like that. So now it gets messy. So now what we do is just, we're using this skeleton to layer all the way up and layer all the way down, making sure you're always making the bottom fatter, because that's how it's going to be. It's always going to be fatter. So we're just building it up and layering it up like this. So like, we don't want too many blocks in the same place that are just like all clumped together, because it'll look silly. You'll have like big blocks all together and it'd be like, I'm not too sure about that. Take little blocks out of it. Take little bushes out of it, you know. So now we're building it up. We're building all this. The bottom's always thicker, so it's kind of like, think of it like, I always say trees more of an art form than you know, building, because it's completely random and it's completely like, you've got to have it flow in, you've got to have it like shaped in a certain way. And this is like the kind of techniques that people use for trees. Well, this is the technique that I use towards trees, and I think it works really well. It works really well with big trees as well. By making the skeleton, you make the skeleton. I'll show you how to do it with like huge trees and massive trees, and the techniques that are used. And hopefully you can come out with some really, really original trees and stuff. Like, especially for oak trees as well. I really enjoy doing them. They take a long time. They take a lot longer than you think. But it's all about adding bushes until it looks right. Don't settle for any crap. Don't settle for crap. Just keep building and keep adding to it and taking away until you've shaped it how you like. It might take a lot longer than you actually thought that it's going to do, but it's going to look a hell of a lot better and making maps look a hell of a lot better. If you want after presentation and you want it to look nice, like as you can see here, it's molded slightly to the side. So we're going to work on this side to mold it out. I'll teach you how to make it bigger and longer, so if you don't want like a stumpy fat tree like this, as you can see on the right hand side, it's got kind of like clumpy bits, so you're taking bits out and adding bits to the bush, you know. So there we go, let's get some here. So I'll show you how to make it longer and stuff like that, and then like mess up the bottom and make it fatter. So as you can see, it's fatter there, so you're removing bushes. It's all about just keeping on adding to it, like just add, and it's same with your landscapes as well. I find a lot of people do it really neat and tidy. I did actually, the first series of this was terraforming, so if you want to take a look at that, you can have a look how I do some terraforming and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, this is like a fat sort of Christmas tree look that you've gained from it, and it's all to do with building it up, like as you can see. So now we can make it a bit longer, so you just take the very center, you pull it up, and then you start pulling. Do you know the middle class? What am I on about? The middle class bushes, and then we get on to the executive bushes down below. What the hell? Build School 101. And then here's the peasant bushes at the top. It's like the Illuminati. I could call it Illuminati Build School. So as you can see, you're just layering it up, and there's a thick bit there, so we take away that bush, and yeah, as you can see, you're just kind of developing it, and it's kind of every time you can see how you can get a completely different tree every time by doing this technique, because you're not thinking about it. I think the true art of like trees and Minecraft is sometimes when you're doing the landscapes and stuff that's more natural. In you know, in the real world, natural trees, they grow natural, they're all different, aren't they? Why can't they be in Minecraft? So do the same in Minecraft. You don't want trees exactly the same, you know, a template, you want it different every time. So every time you do one of these custom trees on your maps, make them look different. Don't follow like an exact template. So as you can see here, it's shaping really nicely now. And like bits that you don't like, or you think it's a bit wonky on one side, just trim them away. Trim them away and, you know, move on to the next bit. So now we'll get a little fatter bit below, and I'll show you. So you're kind of using this technique, so it's one up, one down, like kind of like staggering it down. And you can also use that technique on building your trees from scratch. So you can just do a big pole going up of bushes, and then just scatter them down, going 1 2 1 2 1 2. So you're kind of zigzagging them down, and eventually you'll get used to the controller and how to make it fluent, and you'll come up with something like this that's done in no time. So there you go, guys. That's episode 2. So I'll catch you later, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you later. Peace.